Today I'll explain how to say to a person and from a person. This is different from how to say to a location and from a location, and I'll explain that later in another video. There are 3 ways to say to a person and 3 ways to say from a person. First, let's start with to. The 3 ways to say to are 한테, 에게, 게. Here's some examples. 왜 자꾸 나한테 물어보는 거야? 왜 자꾸 나한테 물어보는 거야? Why do you keep asking me? Remember that 한테 is casual, so it's only used in casual situations. 내게 불가능한 일은 없다. Nothing is impossible to me. 선생님께 편지를 썼습니다. I wrote a letter to the teacher. Since I use 게, I'm being honorific toward the teacher. In English, we often remove to when the subject of the action appears right next to it. For example, in the sentence, I gave a present to him, we say to him because the subject him is separated from the action gave. If we instead put him right next to gave, we can remove to and it becomes I gave him a present. In Korean, however, you always have to use the to, no matter where the subject is. 나는 그에게 선물을 주었다. Now let's talk about from. The 3 ways to say from are 한테서, 에게서, 게. Notice that the first 2 are the same as to, but with 서 attached to the end. Also, the third one is the same, but don't worry, it's not confusing to tell whether someone means to or from when they use 게, because the context in the sentence will make it easy to understand. Here's an example of what I mean. 그분께 드렸습니다. I gave it to him. 그분께 받았습니다. I received it from him. And here are some examples using the other ones too. 그 얘기 누구한테 들었어? Who'd you hear that from? But wait, didn't I say 한테서 for from and 한테 for to? Yes, but the 서 is actually optional, so you don't need to say it unless you think it'll make the meaning more clear. If you wanted to though, you could say this. 그 얘기 누구한테서 들었어? Remember that 한테서, like 한테, is only used in casual situations. 오랜 친구에게서 전화가 왔다. I got a call from an old friend. Here, it's good to keep the 서 as it clarifies a bit more that you mean from the friend, instead of to a friend. It'd still be okay if you removed it though. Well, that's all for today then. Hope you'll be able to use to someone and from someone like a pro. Thanks for watching. 다음에 또 봐.